Hello everybody and welcome to the Daily Review, episode number 285 for Monday, January 18th, 2010.
Maybe you were right after all. Maybe I'm just bad news.
It's raining in Southern California. Yeah, it's a little strange, I know, for me even. We're too used to sunshine over here, so when stuff actually starts feeling like winter, throws us off a little bit. But I did do something today in the rain that anybody can do in any kind of weather, which is go to the movies. And the film I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today is The Book of Eli. The Book of Eli is directed by the Hughes brothers, who have done films such as Menace to Society and Dead Presidents, two films that I've heard quite a lot about. I've heard Menace to Society is a pretty solid film, have not seen it though, so I can't compare this to any of their other work. But it stars Denzel Washington, Gary Oldman, and Mila Kunis. And the film takes place in a post-apocalyptic world. Denzel Washington presumably plays a man named Eli, who's wandering west and guided by faith and all that sort of thing. He's wielding this crazy machete sword. He has some guns. He's got a lot of knowledge and tact for survival. And along with all this other stuff that he's carrying, he may very well be carrying the very last copy of the King James Bible. And he's doing anything in his power to protect it, killing to protect it. And Gary Oldman, the evil Carnegie, finds out that Denzel Washington's character has what very well may be the last copy of the Bible, so he's doing anything in his power to get that Bible to him. And if that means killing him, then so be it. That's what he's going to do. The Book of Eli is a pretty solid film, I think, and I think the main reason for that, the two main reasons, is the directing and the performances. I mean, you have Denzel Washington, always reliable, no matter what he's in. Even if it's a mediocre film, I would submit that Denzel Washington makes it 10 times better than it actually is. He's just a great actor. I feel like a commonality between him and a lot of other people that I consider to be great actors is that when he smiles, you want to smile. He has a very infectious kind of a presence on screen. Gary Oldman, who's been playing Commissioner Gordon recently in the Batman films, is quite an effective villain. I feel like people forget his villainous days from like True Romance and stuff like that. And he's quite effective, and he's quite a guy that you really don't like that much in the film, which is the point. And I think those performances really elevate the film. The other thing is the directing, which I was a little concerned about, because when you have a film like The Book of Eli, which is basically like The Road, but with some action sequences in it, I get nervous when people shoot big action sequences of guys fighting, because like a lot of films nowadays, directors really enjoy cutting a lot and making it very sporadic, and so viewers can't really see what's going on. The Hughes brothers, the way they shoot it is very like camera in the middle of a room, and I'm just going to let you show you what happens. One of the first fight sequences that Eli gets in is with a bunch of people underneath it. It's like in a tunnel, and all you can see are their silhouettes, and the camera's just standing there. It looks very like Kill Bill Volume 1, if you guys know the reference, where they're fighting and it's like a blue background with silhouettes. It's kind of like that. You see all the silhouettes and him killing these guys, and you can see the blood splattering in the silhouette. It all looks very cool. There's also a shootout sequence that takes place inside this old shack of a house, in which I'm sure they do cut due to technology and stuff, but it looks like the camera for about a 5-minute shootout sequence never cuts. It goes inside the house, it goes through a window, it goes back outside. The camera acts as if it's a bazooka being shot through the house. All looks very cool and very eye-poppingly awesome, I guess. The other thing that I really like about The Book of Eli, and I think that separates it from a lot of these post-apocalyptic films, is that it deals with religion a lot, and that could be a turn-off to some people, but I think that it's handled in a very realistic way. I feel like if the world were to end, I feel like religion would be a very big part of that, and I think the fact that this man, Gary Oldman's character Carnegie, wants one book, and he just wants the Bible, is a crazy thought, I think, if you're actually thinking about how badly he wants just a book of the Bible. I do think the film should have ended about 5 to 10 minutes earlier than it does. I remember sitting in the theater and being like, you need to end now, and it's totally fine. It goes on a little too long. It starts explaining more things that you don't really need to know, that sort of thing. There's also kind of a, I don't want to say twist, but kind of a plot revelation that happens towards the end of the film that I think might throw some people for a loop. it doesn't really impress me that much. I mean, it's not one that you're going to be super shocked by. It's one that I don't think is entirely necessary, but I think it kind of works for the film, and I kind of applaud the direction that it goes in and the ways that it made me think by the end of the movie. All that being said, I think the Book of Eli is a pretty, I mean, it's the first solid action film that I've seen in 2010. I would highly recommend people go check it out if you've been thinking about it. I don't think you could really go wrong with this. I think it's just a pretty entertaining time at the movies. I give the Book of Eli a pretty strong 3.5 out of 5. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Wish me luck in the rain, and I will see you tomorrow.